Cureton before the Burton match. Jamie, you're all ready and raring to go for your new club?
Yeah, definitely. Pre-season's gone well, and now it's sort of eagerness really. You sort of have to get through pre-season, but this is sort of when it all starts now. So can't wait.
You still feel as motivated as you did a few years ago?
Yeah, probably more motivated. I know each year could be my last, so I'm probably more excited about things now than I was when I was a kid, because you sort of think it's never going to end. So I'm at that point now where it's getting close. So yeah, probably more excited than I have been in past years.
And you had a very good season last year, scored a lot of goals. What do you make it? You think you're going to be able to replicate that with the service you're getting here?
Yeah, I hope so. Like I say, it's been okay in pre-season. I think we've got a real good group of players and a very good team. So hopefully, if I stay fit, I can hopefully reproduce, scoring as many goals as possible, really.
And you've had some very successful strike partnerships in your career. Do you think you're going to form some here?
Yeah, I hope so. I've played up front with Terry quite a bit, and obviously we've got Byron as well. So, I've been sort of used to playing on my own the last few years, and sort of a one up front. But it's nice to always have someone else up there helping you out. So, I don't see any reason. We've got, like I say, players here are good, and I think we can forge some good partnerships.
And we've been talking today about some of the new facilities here. You've played for teams throughout the football leagues. What do you make of the facilities here compared to some of the other clubs you've been at?
Yeah, very good. I think you look around the training grounds, I think looking very good indeed. Hell of a lot of pitches here. We're just obviously taking over the building now and starting to move in, get our own canteen and stuff. Brand new gym being put in, and I think it all helps. If you can have as good a training ground as possible, it keeps the players here, and they want to stay and learn and do a bit more. So I think we've got a hell of a real good setup going on.
And it's straight into it this season. You're playing Saturday, then straight into the League Cup on Tuesday. Are you sort of confident you can have a good solid start to the season?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, start's important. If we can get off to winning ways, and hopefully continue that through the season. But the first few games, if you can get wins under your belt and get the confidence going. Obviously, there's a few new players here, so first few are going to be a bit different. See how we all gel. If we can get off to winning ways, we can hopefully build on that and have a real good season.
John?
Jamie, every article I read about you, including ones written by me, always go on about your age, don't they? Obviously, you've been around a long time, but is it one of your aims just to sort of stop people talking about that? Because if the goals you scored last season, nobody could question that you're sort of slowing down at all.
No, I mean, obviously it's always going to be spoken about. There's not many players, I suppose, of my age that are still playing, so I think it always gets brought up. But I'm hoping that it gets brought up in a good way now, and not a bad way where they think it is your last year's. Hopefully if I can keep playing well and hopefully look like I can keep improving, then people talk about it in a good way rather than say a bad way. But there's a few of us still about that are late 30s, and some are obviously touching 40s. But yeah, it's something I've had to deal with. You can't think once you hit 35, something gets brought up all the time. But I think I've proved people that I can still do a job, and I think the other players that are as old as me or older are still doing the same thing. So I think age now is getting stretched a lot further than what it used to be. I think 35 was a good age for everyone to retire, and I thought people thought that was sort of it. But I think now you're looking at late 30s and even into 40s. So it's nice to be sort of categorised in that age, and hopefully still proving people wrong.
Yeah, and every striker sort of wants the benchmark's often 20, isn't it? Going back through your career, you've gone past 30 a couple of times, and regularly gone past 20. So is that again the aim to start for this season for 20? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it comes down to obviously the amount of games you play, and if I play 30 plus games, then hopefully I'll be looking to get around the 20 goal mark, and hopefully if it's a real good season, then anything beyond that's great. But yeah, the aim is obviously to get as many goals as possible, and hopefully we're winning games along the way. And that's sort of why I've been brought here, is to get the goals. So I have little targets that I set in my head, but eventually over the whole course of the season, if I'm around the 20 goal mark or above, then obviously it's been a good year for me, and hopefully it would be a good year for Cheltenham.
Yeah, obviously you played a lot of games for Exeter last year, a lot of minutes, but did you tend to come off in games? Because you haven't played 90 in pre-season. That's something you've just been gradually building up to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I looked through it, and I think the starts I had, I finished nearly every game I played in. I think the gaffer's just really been trying to look after me, and he said he just wants me ready for the start of the season. So I'll be hoping that I will be finishing games. I tend to find there's a lot of goals that can come about in the last sort of few minutes of games. So I do like to stay on the pitch. I get frustrated if I get brought off and stuff, and just purely because I want to play. But no, I'll be hoping that I'm fit enough to finish games and play as many as possible.
Yeah, is this your favourite time of year now? Because I remember at the start of pre-season you said you enjoy getting back in there, but it's not a time of year that many footballs really relish. So now you've got all that hard work out of the way. And
I mean, once you've got to do this sort of side of it, the fitness work. But no, now we're obviously a few days away from the start, and this is where you get the sort of excitement coming, and you just never know, anticipation of what's going to happen in the season. So yeah, I can't wait now. Once we get the season going and up and running, and you've got games then to look forward to that actually going to mean something, and trying to put points on the board and seeing how we fare. So yeah, I'm sort of waking up now and thinking, right, let's get going. Hopefully 3 o'clock can't come quick enough, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you scored against Burton at Exeter at home last season, didn't you? Quite early on in the season. So
yeah, I looked at that. I think we won 3-0, and I scored the first. So hopefully it'll be a good omen that I don't think I've scored many first opening days. So hopefully I can get one this week.
Yeah, and you've played, as we said, every level, but this is only your second season in League Two, isn't it? So, what do you think that? I know it seems strange when you played as much football as you have, but just getting used to this level, do you think that can help you now, second season in League Two?
Yeah, I hope so. Obviously, last year was an eye-opener to what I expect, I suppose. All levels are completely different. Like I say, different teams playing in different stadiums, so it's all different. But yeah, last year went well, and I'm hopefully looking to build on it. Really, like I say, it was my first year at that level, and I felt confident, and I could do a job again. So yeah, hopefully I can draw on last year's experiences in different sort of times of the year, and hopefully improve on it all.
Yeah, if Terry Gornell, if you do start up front with him, I'm sure Byron wants to push, but if you do start up front with Terry, he showed in a couple of the friendlies that he can link up, play quite nicely, can't he? That's what it seems to be his game.
Yeah, definitely. From looking at him, he's not what you'd consider big, but his actual link up play is very good. He holds off players very well, and I think for a midfielder, he's probably a dream. You can give him the ball, and he's going to keep hold of it. So yeah, he's impressed me a lot, to be fair. I didn't realise how young he was as well. He's a good addition to the squad, and he's something that I can probably link off. Someone that can hold the ball up and bring other players into play is good for me. I can make my runs off of that. So I'm hoping, like I say, whoever I do end up playing with, as long as I play, and whoever I play alongside, hopefully we can strike up a good partnership.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, Jamie.